Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Not Enough Thumbs. We are on episode
107.
Holy cow, 107. And we're going to talk about the movie Spider-Man, the one with Tobey Maguire.
From 2002.
Yep.
So this is my favorite of all of the Spider-Man movies that have been produced.
Yeah, we were asked a question. There were some older folks and younger folks in the room, because there's been 10 billion Spider-Man movies, who's your favorite? Which one is your favorite movie? And both of us answered this one.
I just like the personality portrayal of Tobey Maguire's character versus some of the others.
So you make your own web fluid in your body?
I'd rather not talk about this.
Yeah,
I think it's more real.
It is. At this time, we were not burned out with superhero movie fatigue. When these movies were coming out, they were coming out together with Pirates of the Caribbean, and we were not burned out with Jack Sparrow at the time, so it was all a really exciting time in the movies, and we kind of really, came to like this because we learned that there were going to be a couple of sequels following this original one.
Yeah.
And Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Spider-Man, and Tom Holland as part of the MCU, they all have their own personalities and bring their own charm.
I want to fight an alien.
And I get it that Tobey Maguire had a little bit of attitude in this one, but it just didn't seem as overpowering as the attitudes of the others.
Hey, what are some of the craziest villains that you guys have fought?
Yes, I agree. I don't know, just our favorite personality, if you want to put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah, I think these movies were done really well, and of all of the on-screen chemistry between two characters, the one between he and MJ was done pretty well.
And what did you say?
Dude, the great thing about MJ, when you look in her eyes and she's looking back in yours, everything feels not quite normal. You feel excited and at the same time terrified. The truth is, you don't know what you feel, except you know what kind of man you want to be. It's as if you've reached the unreachable and you weren't ready for it.
Why would you do that?
I like MJ's character better than Gwen's character, which Gwen is in the other ones.
Yeah.
So I like MJ better, the persona that they portray of her in this one.
And I think we've seen MJ portrayed differently compared to this one. In this one, she's, she lives in a troubled household. There's, yelling all the time, but
she's overcoming her difficulties at home.
And it's cool to see that she still has some aspirations that she was chasing, and of course she had the support of Peter Parker.
And she had a good attitude despite her struggles.
And you can definitely tell that they had been friends for childhood friends. And so they both played off their characters pretty well. And James Franco as Harry, I found really annoying. So I guess you could say he pulled off his character really well too.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of the Green Goblin?
I think it was well done. In this one. I think that they cast the perfect character for that.
Yeah.
That part. He did it so well. He's got kind of that creepy face.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Already, anyway.
He does, man. Some of these...
That it just works. It just works for Green Goblin.
He is a really versatile actor.
Yes. And
the whole inner voice talking to him all the time after having taken that serum, I guess. Tested it on himself and it kind of transformed him forever.
That's ballsy, man.
Yeah.
You test it on yourself. Oh.
He got super desperate after he found out he was, getting thrown out of
he was losing his job anyway, so he kind of figured, what do I have to lose? Might
Take
as well.
all the IP with me.
Right.
What would you say you do here?
Yeah.
So I get it. I'd like to see the creation of the villains in the Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
Lizard Man, how he came about, or what did they call him?
Dr.
Doc
Octopus,
Ock.
Doc Ock.
I like
yeah.
how they're all very sciencey and very.
And the Sandman guy too. Yeah, he got stuck.
He
in
wasn't
this...
sciencey as much. He got stuck and ended up a bad guy.
Yeah.
But he was already bad.
As in
to
intellectuals,
begin with.
like really smart guys you're talking
Yes.
about. Yeah.
And they
yeah,
kind
that's
of
true.
tested their experiments on themselves, except for Sandman.
I
He's the
never
only
made
one
that
that
connection. Yeah.
kind of got thrown into this sand thing. And
Yeah. I like how you later find out that the Sandman and the wrestling thief, I guess, were partners in crime, and you later find out the truth of how his uncle died.
yeah.
I forget what. I guess you learned that in the Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, it's not in this one. But yeah, this one was just kind of the beginning of the story, right? So it was where the uncle was killed by the thief.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
Talk about different character portrayals. This Aunt May and Uncle Ben, and then if you compare that to Aunt May from the MCU, the current Spider-Man, I guess, where she looks much younger compared to that was different. So I don't know where that comes from. Maybe there's another comic storyline. I'm stuck in a web of so many Spider-Man.
You're so funny. I do think having a little bit younger Aunt May goes a little bit better. So that I like about the other ones, because in this one she's almost like grandma.
She is like a grandma
age, which
character.
I get it. Aunts and uncles can be grandma age, but she to me would have represented more of a grandmother figure than an aunt figure. And the same with the uncle. He was very much older.
Yeah.
So it would have been better portrayed as grandparents than aunt and uncle, I think.
Yeah.
So I think having a little bit younger aunt and uncle fit a little bit better in the later Spider-Man.
And it's funny because I think every time when I hear people talk about when each of these Spider-Man movies came out with all the different actors, people were saying, yeah, it's a lot like the comic book. I'm thinking, okay, which one? I'm so lost.
There's so many renditions of it now that
all just like the comic book.
And I guess I'd have to go back and actually read the comic book.
Which I'm not interested in.
Right. Yeah, I've never really been. We had a whole box of comic books downstairs, but
I guess we acquired those, right?
Yeah, we would go to the free comic book days and all that kind of stuff. So we would get a bunch of them, but the kids were never really interested in them.
Yeah.
We never got interested in them.
I don't know. It was just a fun thing for us to do to get a free comic book.
Yeah, just kind of fun to go and have the fun of going and picking out what story you want to read. And I think we did read them with the kids when they first got them, but it's not something we would go back and reread.
Yeah, it's more just like looking at it once,
looking through the pictures,
and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reading is hard to follow in a comic book, so for a kid to try to read a comic book is, I don't know. I guess kids like that kind of thing, though.
Because it doesn't always
Diary
flow.
of a Wimpy Kid is kind of comic book style, but it
Yeah.
flows nicer. So it's kind of a blended style between comic book and a book, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kids are used to. But I guess our oldest reads some of that anime
He likes
stuff
all the
that
manga
you read
stuff.
from back to front in
Yeah.
the book, and that is more comic book look to
Yep.
it. So I don't know. They were just never into actual comic books, just books that appeared like a comic book.
Yeah. I don't know. Even when I was a kid, I did not. It didn't have much. I didn't like them very much.
I guess it's
was never my
personal
thing.
choice. Some people are really into it.
They
and
are
collectors
They
and
really
are
are.
big with it. Same as those bobblehead things. Those bobblehead things.
Now trash paperweights.
But some people are really into them, and there's collectors out there, and I don't get it. I don't know. It just seems like more things to dust.
Speaking of paperweights, if you've never heard of the Heavy Mug, this is not an advertisement.
Oh my word!
But I just learned about this.
It's $155 for a stinking cup, y'all.
It is 10 kilograms or 22 pounds.
I don't care how heavy it
and
is.
it holds roughly 12 to 13 ounces. and it would go so nicely, pair nicely with my Captains of Crush grippers.
But think about that. If you go and buy actual weights, if you go and buy 22 pounds
it's not going to cost $150.
it costs $25.
And what it takes
What the heck
to do
for
that,
$155?
it's just, you know, machined
It's
steel.
it's advertising for them. Is what
Yeah.
it is. You're paying to advertise for them.
It's such a cool product. I mean, people will sell anything, and some things just really appeal.
And I guess some people are interested in anything, even if it's impractical and dumb.
Who would not want a 22-pound?
Me? Who wants to carry a 22-pound cup around?
It's a weapon too.
I got weapons right here, brother. Here's my weapons. I don't need to buy a 22-pound cup for weapons.
If I have that at my desk to say, "Oh, coworker, you want help? You're gonna have to lift this without your hand quaking."
Nah, dude, that's too much work and too expensive. No.
So anyway,
He's not getting one.
Spider-Man could pick one up.
Unless y'all want to sponsor it for him.
Oh yeah. Speaking of sponsors.
We're looking for some sponsors for our channel. So, as you know, we talk about a sponsor every Tuesday edition that we post. So, if you would be interested in sponsoring one of our movie reviews, we would love that. Send us a message and we'll give you the pricing details for that.
Let's talk.
And if you would like us to review a product in our Friday Faves, we would be more than happy to do that for you also. So
Our people will get with your people.
our people, us,
We'll have virtual lunch.
get with us. Virtual. We will communicate back to you. Unless you're, wanting us to review your food, we're probably not going to have a virtual lunch.
It's true. We'll just eat it in front of you.
But we have tried different snacks and things live.
Give it here!
Stand back, Bingo. You might lose a finger.
In our lives.
That's true. We have.
So
Yeah.
we are not opposed to doing that, and we will try things for the first time during our lives, so you get true reaction. So if you want your products reviewed, we would love to review your products or try your things. So
And give our professional, non-professional, honest opinion.
we'll give our on the spot honest opinion.
Yeah.
We try it out or taste it or whatever. So it'll be a lot of fun. We would love to do that. So let us know. So message us in some sort of way.
Yeah, the email on our YouTube channel, or just leave a comment in this video.
Yep. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching another Tuesday movie review of Spider-Man. We're trying out this video thing. So let us know if you like this style better or back to where you just hear us and see movie clips. So let us know what you like.
So like it if you liked it, and then subscribe if you're
Where's
not.
your little thing?
The what?
Your little like, subscribe, notify.
Oh, look, there it is. Yes.
Right over his
in our
face. Go Hillary. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you on our Friday Faves.
See you later.
Bye.